Well, as the summer holiday season begins, French expatriates are struggling with some of the formalities regarding their trip home. Many believe that getting vaccinated in their country of residence would give them access to France's COVID-19 health pass and therefore ease the journey. But that hasn't turned out to be the case. Well, let's cross to France 24's health editor, Julia Seeger, who's there now. Julia, what should French expatriates do in order to make sure that the vaccination that they've had is going to be recognised when they try to get into this country?
Well, Tom, as you're about to see, it's actually become a huge headache for French nationals to come back home for the summer vacation. When they come to France, they now have to show a vaccination certificate from their country of residence, and most of them have received a paper document that will not be recognized by the health app here, the sanitary pass. There isn't a way to scan those documents to then be able to get a QR code, and the reason why is because sanitary authorities here in France were scared that they were going to be falsified. So things are pretty simple for French expatriates that have received a jab that has been approved by the EU. So the AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer BioNTech, or Moderna, they simply have to get in touch with the French Assurance Maladie that will give them a certificate that will help them get into the country. But it's much more complicated for people who live in countries who haven't had access to those vaccines. So perhaps you've gotten a jab that has been approved by the WHO, but not the EU, because the WHO has approved 4 more vaccines than the EU. So you have Sinopharm, Sinovac, but also 2 jabs by AstraZeneca that are manufactured in India and South Korea that are not recognized by the EMA today. So if you come to France, for instance, if you're from Senegal, you probably got the Sinopharm vaccine, which is not recognized today in France. And your vacation could definitely be altered in the light of the different measures that the French president announced yesterday.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I mean, wouldn't it be easier for the EU to just approve the same vaccines as the World Health Organization?
It would be much simpler, Tom. You're very right about that, and that's actually what COVAX, the system aiming to really help emerging countries access those vaccines, has asked. Now, the French government has also said that French expatriates would be able to get the jab here in France upon their arrival, but they're going to have to stay in France for that time to be able to get both doses. So that's about 3 weeks for the Pfizer BioNTech or Moderna jab, and that's about 9 weeks for the AstraZeneca jab.
Okay, well, thank you very much indeed for bringing us up to speed on all of that. Our health editor, Julia Seeger, thank you very much indeed.